Hello, and welcome back to another review video. Today we are taking a look at World War Z. And if you act quickly, I don't know when you're watching this, probably after the sale is over, but it was on sale on the PlayStation Network for a hefty discount. And I'm quite actually angered by this because I literally bought it like 2 days before. Me and my wife both bought a copy on the store, and we started playing it, and then the next day I saw it on sale for literally a third of the price we paid. So that was kind of crappy. But let's get into the game. First of all, let's get the comparisons out of the way. Obviously, Left 4 Dead. This is the closest thing we've got right now to a Left 4 Dead type game. So Left 4 Dead is definitely there. It looks and feels a lot like the Division games. So I was really kind of calling it a mix of the Division and Left 4 Dead. That's great though, because both of those are great games in their own right. So that's out of the way. Let's talk about some gameplay stuff. This game is not the worst, and it is not the best. If you're looking for some crazy, epic, over-the-top, customization, exploration, leveling up, and all that, you're not going to find it here. What you will get is a decent zombie horde shooting and a decent I guess you would say there's level up with your classes. There's a crap ton of weapons in the game, and you can level them all up. There's classes. You can level up your classes. The classes all have perks. Your typical sort of fair, support class, medic classes, gunners, crowd control, a couple different specialty type classes. And really, just depends on who you're playing with and what kind of playstyle. It didn't really seem to me like, unless you're playing on the super high difficulties, that you would really need to worry too much about who plays what. But otherwise, it's pretty solid. There's a few issues. I wish there was like a rolling, like a dodging roll. I wish there was like a grab cover, although there's not too many situations where you'd want to grab cover. I just wish sometimes you could kind of click onto something and use it to, support yourself and shoot from. But that's okay. Otherwise, it's pretty good. I like the randomization of the elements, like finding weapons and stuff in the game. I like that the zombies don't just come from the same scripted areas all the time. So there is a lot of like replayability there. When it comes to playing solo, it's whatever. Like, the AI in this game is no Bobby Fischer, let's put it that way. So the best way to play is definitely with some friends, and I don't have too many of those, unfortunately, at least not that play the same games as me. So me and my wife played with two AIs. We were shot by the AIs. We were abandoned by the AIs. Sometimes the AIs go and follow one character while the other one gets swarmed and dies. So that could be an issue. However, both of my sons got the game when it was on sale, and we played all four of us, and that was the best time I've had in a long time. It definitely plays like, brings back memories of Left 4 Dead. There were very similar moments to Left 4 Dead. It was just very similar. I mean, there's nothing you could say other than, if you've played Left 4 Dead, you're gonna like this game. If you want it to be Left 4 Dead, you're gonna be disappointed, but that's not a bad thing if you just like the genre. Multiplayer. Gotta say, the multiplayer is iffy. It's not the best. The matchmaking is not that great. Depends on, how many people are playing it, obviously, and with it being on sale, there's more people playing it now, but we were still having trouble finding matches unless we just did a quick play. As far as the multiplayer itself, it's a separate game. The classes and all that are different. They're more suited to a Call of Duty multiplayer type loadout. The gameplay, however, I feel like the flow of the game and the multiplayer do not mesh well with the controls and the flow of the actual character that you play. So I didn't really like the multiplayer. It needs either to have an ADS, like a better aim down sights. It needs to be smoother. You need to be able to roll and grab cover when you're playing in multiplayer. Things like that would make it better. I'm also not the best online multiplayer competitive type person. It's not my thing. So that's a factor for sure. I'm not the best at it, but I did play quite a bit. I do like the concept. The concept's great. I love, player versus player or team versus team. Also with zombie swarms coming in. That's a great mechanic. It's awesome. So don't get me wrong there. It's just that there's some handling and gameplay that doesn't mesh well with that. If the handling was better and the gunplay was better, then the encounters would be a lot better. But really, it's just ends up being like a spray fest, or who gets the drop on who, or who knows the map better. Which I know that's online multiplayer, but you'll have to play it if you're interested in the game just for the campaign alone and the co-op. I would say go for it. The multiplayer is just a bonus. It's just there to appease people who want a multiplayer experience. So it's not terrible, but it's not the best. Overall, though, I give this game, I would say, man, for me, in a just universal overall grade, I'd give it like 7.5 out of 10. It misses in some areas that are really important, and then there are some really just missed opportunities that if you play the game, you'll probably come to understand. You'll be like, oh, I see. There are some really, really obvious missed opportunities going on. But overall, I give the game at least a 7.5 to an 8 because overall, the game is great. If you have a couple friends and they have access to it, play it with them, and you're gonna have a great time, great couple nights, great, weekend, whatever, however your gameplay style is. But you're gonna have some fun times if you play with a group. If you're like me, and you're a family man, it's a really fun game to play with your wife or your girlfriend. It's not hard to pick up for non-gamers, and it's fun family game as well. Like I said, I have two teenage/pre-teenage boys, and they're at the age where this is a great, thing for them too. So it's really good fun if you have a preteen to older children, or for your wife or girlfriend or boyfriend. I don't know who watches these videos, so I don't want to be all sexist on you. But anyway, great game, a lot of fun. If you can get it on sale, I suggest it. I would not pay, well, I rephrase that. I was going to say I would not pay $50 for it, but I did twice. And then it was on sale for $21, and I could have bought both copies for, less than I paid for one copy. So that's really annoying for me. Doesn't detract from the value of the game, though. It is great fun, and a lot of hours will be put into it, at least in the campaign and replaying with my family. Otherwise, still watching? Check it out if you haven't. If you're interested and you're on the fence, just go for it. I mean, or borrow it, rent it, get it cheap. It's definitely worth playing. But if you're still watching, I love you, and I'll see you later. Bye.